Hey there, Wes Dove here with Dove Development and Consulting. About to get into what you can expect over the next couple of days from a daily dose of leadership. But before I do that, I want to call attention to something that Cindy and I are doing on Thursday, April 16th at 12:30 p.m. We're going to do it through my Facebook account. We're going to be doing it live. We have the opportunity, we're doing two things really. One is we're going to make a special announcement in regards to the 2020 Live to Lead Harrisonburg event. Now, another thing that we're doing tied to that is we have the opportunity to do a live interview with one of our partners for this year's event. So it's their second year partner, and super excited about the work we've done with Appeal Production. Last year they partnered for the first time. We've gotten to know that team. They actually helped develop a video for our Emerging Leader Development course. Now they did two actually, a 30-second and a full minute video, and just produced a wonderful product. Gosh, Cindy and I went to them with some basic ideas and some images and some different stuff, and they brought together just a phenomenal product, two products if you will. But we've been able to use it so much, and that Emerging Leader Development course that we've been offering for nearly 2 years has just opened up into so many different options for on-site, and we've just finished up some digital stuff with it and so on. So we're excited to be able to do that interview featuring Appeal Production, but we also get to tie it together with a special announcement we get to make again Thursday, April 16th at 12:30 p.m. It's going to be between a 15 and 20-minute overall thing, so want you to join. And we've got something super special. Tickets, registration for Live to Lead Harrisonburg 2020, the 6th annual event, they don't open up until May 1st, but we're going to do something really special that day for the folks that are able to join us live for that video, and it's just for that day only. So look forward to having you with us then. Now, for a daily dose of leadership this week, here's some neat stuff that we've been digging into over the last several weeks. Gosh, I've really dug into where Napoleon Hill in his 1938 manuscript that was published in 2011, Outwitting the Devil, he went into a lot of the fears and how the fear will really cripple us. And he goes on to say in Outwitting the Devil that it's basically how the devil, and you can take it for face value or just an illustration or whatever you want to. That's not my goal here, is to beat you spiritually. You can have your opinion and be wrong, that's okay. But his point was fear controls people. Fear impacts the way we act, the way we live. 2 weeks ago or last week, I forget which, I did a special series, a 5-day Facebook Live series where we promoted a new course, a digital course that we offered called The Keys to Effective Communication. And I did 5 lessons on each one of those 5 keys, but I did it in times of uncertainty, in times of crisis, and so on. Now, one of the things Hill does in Outwitting the Devil is he talks about how drifting really impacts our effectiveness, and how we aren't, when we're drifting, we're not making a positive impact, we're not leading, we're not so on, doing those things. John Maxwell today, in a live lesson that he shared, talked about how in times of uncertainty, it forces us to move out of the automatic. So over the next several days, I'm going to dig into those couple of things, and how times of uncertainty, times of crisis, situations like we're dealing with now, obviously it forces us to be more effective in our communication because our folks are uncertain, our teams that we're leading are uncertain, they've got fears and concerns, and that crisis can impact us so much and we can tend to make bad decisions. But it's also a time that we can shine as leaders. It forces us to, if we are drifting, it forces us to move out of it. And even the best of us can drift in different areas of our lives at different times. Crisis and uncertainty force us to move out of that. It forces us to take the controls off autopilot and really be intentional about that. So over the next several days, we're going to be digging into what are those things that really matter. How can we be intentional rather than staying on autopilot, really drifting through life and not making an impact and just letting things happen and so on. How can we be intentional? Now, the last thing that I'll kind of summarize this, John touched on it today, in times of uncertainty, that's when leaders shine, right? So I've heard so many times in my career people say, gosh, I wish all these stupid little problems wouldn't come up. If you're a leader, praise God for those stupid little problems, because those little problems are what separate every other person from a leader. And the leaders look for those problems, and how can we fix them? How can we seize opportunity out of those problems? How can we separate ourselves and make an impact on the people we lead? So that's what you can expect over the next several days. Again, look forward to having you with us on Thursday the 16th at 12:30 as we do the interview with Appeal and make a special announcement in regards to the 2020 Live to Lead Harrisonburg. And yeah, look forward to a bunch of different things like that. And oh, by the way, on the 15th, that's the last day. The 50% off the keys to effective communication is available. We will likely never offer it at that rate again. We're adding in some extra stuff. So even if you get it now, when that extra stuff is added, the bonus material from those in crisis lessons and so on, once you have access, you have access. It's a lifetime access to the course. It's 50% off again through Wednesday the 15th. Look forward to seeing you soon. Have a great day. God bless.